Hello there, my name is Omi Shiwakitunde. I am your nutrition and wellness coach. The audio you're about to listen to, it's a lecture I had on my WhatsApp group sometime last year, and it's about some skincare products, deodorants, roll-on, cologne, antiperspirants. Are they safe? Should you be using them? Okay, listen to it, pick the lessons, and learn all that you need to learn and stay healthy. Good evening, everyone. I trust you had a wonderful day today. Okay, straight to the question. Antiperspirants, deodorants, cologne, all of them, are they safe? Are they healthy? It's just a straight answer, and the answer is they are not safe for use. And some persons have also they mentioned some points about it and why they are not safe yesterday. And just as I said, the skin is the largest organ of the body, and whatever you place on it, whatever you put on the skin, goes straight into your bloodstream. And sweating is a form of detoxification. So when you tell the body, when you use antiperspirant, you are simply telling the body not to sweat, not to bring out the dirt, not to bring out the toxins in the body. And so you lock everything in, and that, even to a layman, is unhealthy. One should know that that is not safe and that is not healthy. However, I'm going to share the science behind it just briefly, how these things work and why it is dangerous to your health and why you shouldn't use these things. It is not enough for me to just say it's not safe, but there are other factors to consider when it comes to the usage of these things. Now, there are two types of circulation in the body. We have the blood circulation and we have the lymph circulation. Now, the blood circulation has the heart as the pumping machine. It's like the pumping machine. The heart pumps blood all over the body. Whether you are sleeping or you are awake, the heart is always there doing that job, pumping blood. Now, the lymph is colorless it's colorless kind of. It's like maybe close to milk. You really can't see it. The lymph does not have any pumping machine that does anything, that does any work. But it's a form of circulation also that is needed in the body. Now, it is your physical activity that enables the lymph to do what it's supposed to do. So that is why sedentary living is unhealthy. It's not healthy to the body. That's why sedentary living causes a lot of issues. So when you exercise, when you move your body, when you engage in any form of physical activity and you sweat, you are enabling the lymph to do the work of circulation, to be efficient in its work of circulation in the body. And what does the lymph do? Among other things, the lymph does the work of carrying out toxins in and out of the body. It carries out toxins and dirt, and waste products from the body. And that is essentially done through sweating. That is why when you engage in any physical activity, you sweat and you release some toxins from the body. You even feel good when you sweat, especially when you do maybe an exercise. So the lymph circulation is also key to the body, is key to the immune system. And the next point, I will mention the next point in the next slide. I don't want this thing in the next voice note. I don't want this thing to be too long. So as I said, the lymphatic system is responsible for carrying of waste in and out of the body, outside the body anyway, especially through sweating and perspiration. Now, the lymph, usually we sweat by the armpits. When you sweat, most times it's from the armpits. Now, at the armpit, we have quite a number of lymph nodes there. There are some lymph nodes that also extends to the breast. So when you use your antiperspirant and all of those things, by the way, those antiperspirants have a lot of heavy metals in them. They have aluminum, they have heavy metals. Somebody mentioned yesterday that she can't use anything without aluminum. And I must tell you that is dangerous to the body. Now, these things lock the sweat in there. They don't allow it to come out. And over time, when you keep using these products and the sweat that's supposed to come out, you are simply saying stay there, get locked in. Over time, it gets filled up, and then the body in its intelligence will look for, it's backed up somewhere in the body. It has to be backed up somewhere. It has to look for somewhere else in the body to deposit this thing. And the nearest place to the armpit, to the lymph nodes at the armpit, is the breast. So it deposits it into the breast. The breast is it has some fatty tissues there. It will look for the fatty tissue, the next organ to the armpit, to the lymph nodes, and deposit everything there. And so when it gets deposited there, that could also, it will start, it could also cause DNA damage, to start bringing up some other problems later. And that also has been discovered could also be one of the causes of breast cancer. So over time, you begin to notice some lumps on your breast. A lot of women have breast lumps. They have lumps on their breast. And the antiperspirant, the deodorant, and all of those things you use may contribute to the appearance of those lumps on your breast. They are symptoms of something unhealthy going on in the body. So why would somebody want to lock in dirt, toxins in his or her body? It is not correct. Now, just the way you take care of your environment, you are concerned about the external cleanliness. The internal cleanliness is also very, very important and very, very essential. When we talk about the external cleanliness, our environment, we talk about communicable diseases. Okay, if your environment is dirty, you may get some diseases from it, or some diseases may pop up, they may crop up because of that. The same thing happens in the body. When the internal environment is dirty, when the terrain of your body is dirty, there are bound to be diseases. Some diseases may come up, and things like that are usually chronic, degenerative, non-communicable diseases. They are non-communicable. Another person cannot contract it from you, but they are chronic and they are degenerative. And many of the issues we find around also, are in that category. So we need to pay attention to the terrain of our bodies. So why would you want to lock in toxins in your body? It is not correct. I don't think anybody should do that. And like I said, most of these products have aluminum and parabens in them. So the best thing is, when you are picking your cosmetics, your skincare products, check for aluminum and paraben. If you see any of those products there, in fact, the paraben, you see methylparaben, ethylparaben, so many names, but essentially ask for aluminum or paraben or some other names that you can't even decode. Please, when you see such things, you need to run far from them. You can find them in your shampoo, body creams, so many things, so many products that we use, they are there. And that shouldn't, so especially the antiperspirants. If you see any of such names in your antiperspirant, in fact, you shouldn't even use antiperspirant. Just run away from them. And what should you use? If I say you shouldn't use that, use soap and water to wash your armpits with sunlight, good air, and then you'll be good. Now, some people may say, oh, I'll be smelling, I can't afford that, I don't want to be embarrassed by sweat and all of that. The truth is, if what comes out of your body is smelling, it means there's a rottenness. I'm sorry, but that's just the way we say it. It means there's a rottenness going on somewhere in the body, and you need to pay attention to that. You need to clean your internal environment, like I said. So get your system cleaned out. And how do you do that? It's still the same thing we have been talking over and over, on this platform. Eat healthy, detoxify, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and things that will nourish your body. Eliminate the things that are disease promoters, and you realize over time your internal environment is okay. So when you sweat, you no longer smell. The odor coming from your body will not smell, because the internal environment is clean, and then it's detoxifying, getting rid of unnecessary things from your body. So that is it. Like I said, use soap, use water, get sunlight, vitamin D, and you are good to go. Okay, another point I need to mention is about the paraben and aluminum. They actually mimic estrogen in the body. So These days a lot of women have issues of hormonal imbalance, issues of high estrogen. This could also be some of the reasons we have, people have these problems. So they mimic estrogen in your body, and these things are too heavy to be absorbed in the body. When they are absorbed into the body, they they push the natural estrogen in your body aside, and they take over, just like we talked about plastic the other time. So you need to just run away from these things. You don't need such heavy metals in your body. You don't need such harmful compounds in your body. So as much as possible, run away from them. Go the natural way. Sometimes also even the natural things, some of the things we see around and say they are natural, they may not be natural. So you need to open your eyes, read the labels. If it's possible, make your own. I use my family and I will use shea butter at home. Yes, shea butter from the source. That's what we use at home. I melt it, with what is it called, double boiler, not directly on the heat. With double boiler, add my coconut oil, and other essential oils that I have, or castor oil. And sometimes also we rub coconut oil. I make coconut oil, and if I can't make, I buy. So as much as possible, please be in charge of your health, and the Lord will do you good. So finally, antiperspirants, roll-ons, deodorants, all of them, colon, they are not safe for use. Please get rid of them. Don't indulge in them. Don't give your daughters to use. Let's get rid of them and make use of the healthier options available to us. And that is all. So they are not good for use. Let's get rid of them. That's all I have to say. So if you have questions, please bring them up, and by God's will, I'll do justice to them. Thank you so much.